Good evening to you all, and welcome to the match between Just Another Victim and Clutch Gaming of Australia. My name is Delta, and I'll be taking you through this cast tonight. Both of these teams have lost their most recent match, JaV of course going down to O2K 5-11, and Clutch Gaming of Australia going down to Legionnaires in that match 1 versus 2, which you can be viewed on the CG forums. These two teams will be looking to bounce back after both teams have lost, so it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams play. Clutch Gaming bringing back Ryshek, probably the most prominent player in the Clutch team, for Sixer, who was unable to make it. And on the other side of the coin, JaV have asked Snake to make his debut for the team. The other players, as you can see, for JaV, Matza, Snake, Deviant, Red Wings, and Deviant, and for the Crowbar, I should say, and for the Clutch team, Crazy, Ryshek, Money, Invis, and Min. So it is going to be a pretty interesting match tonight. I think Clutch will have no issues taking down the 7th placed JaV tonight, who will need to really pull their weight tonight, especially I would think Snake, who's only recently come in from AA2 to AA4. He really needs to step up his game tonight if they are going to pose any sort of risk to the Clutch team. But it looks like it's going to be at least an interesting match to see how these guys perform. JaV, of course, have recently rebuilt their whole side after some of their players left to Night Stalkers. So the new recruits, Deviant, Matza, and Crowbar, look in very, very good form. I was gaming with them on pub only a few nights ago, and they topped the ladder. They topped the scoreboard. So it'll be interesting to see how they've improved over since the last match, I should say, in which they lost 5-11 to O2K. Well, just before we get into the actual live rounds, I want to just talk quickly about this map. In particular, the bomb room, which is, as you can see on the Y in the middle of your screen right there, it is completely open and exposed on the... there's no roof to that at all. And in the LG versus Clutch game a few nights ago, we saw how LG basically exploited the closeness and the closeness of the map and practiced their nades quite well, and that definitely won them the match. It'd be interested to see whether or not JaV have prepared to that same extent. My opinion is that they probably haven't done so. So they'll be relying on their teamwork to get them through a lot of those rounds tonight. Well, this first round is live, and as we have a look, we're just going to start with JaV, who are actually on the assaulting side at this point in time, Clutch on the defensive side. So how they will form up is interesting, as we see 4 guys pushing central or north for the JaV team, as the Clutch team are very, very defensive. Already a rush into and Ryshek's getting takes down Red Wings. It's now a 3-on-5 situation already after only 15 seconds, I should say, getting my units of time mixed up there. Crowbar, one of the guys on the northern side, and unable to take out one of the Clutch team, but it's going to be a numerical game here at least this stage of the match, with a 2v5 situation as Money takes out one of the JaV's teams. Smoke's coming out on the northern side, and Crowbar's just sitting in that smoke hoping to get a pick and pushing forward quite significantly, while Snake is on the southern side covering his teammates' 6, but Crowbar has rotated around. A bit of a lull in the match here. There wasn't the surprising thing about this match is that JaV didn't wait to see where the Clutch team members were sort of structuring up. It was just really a guess and check, I guess, and I didn't think it paid off too much for them, and they probably should have made a little bit of an effort to try and suss out where the Clutch guys were, as Snake gets taken out by Ryshek. 1-on-5 situation as Crowbar is left to defend the central room by himself, and in the end Money takes him out pretty well, and the first round going to Clutch. Well, I think this is going to be a pretty stock standard match for Clutch Gaming. As you can see, Ryshek already with 2 kills, and also his teammate in Money doing similar damage to the JaV side. So that round, JaV went 4 to the northern side, and this time they're going 3 to the northern side and 2 to the southern, which is a bit more orthodox. Money is probably going to try and get that pick real early, but Smoke's coming out on that southern side, obscuring that line of sight. Crowbar is one of the guys pushing, or just wallbanging that northern adjacent area, as nades and fire coming out. Crazy is in this antique room, has been hurt pretty badly by this push. This wallbang, as Crowbar is pushing into this bomb room here. He's got no one next to him, and Ryshek is caught off, or Invis I should say, is caught off guard. Money is also pushed out, and Min takes out Crowbar in what was a pretty good cover for his teammate. Red Wings taking out Crazy, a 2-on-4 situation. Red Wings is pushing into the bomb room, and Ryshek is going to try and stop him right now, as it looks like they're just trying to smoke it up and slow it down. Mutza's just in this central area. It's not going to be of any help if Red Wings gets engaged by any of these Clutch guys, as Clutch, you can see, already knowing where Red Wings is. Smoke's coming out, and Mutza has taken out Min, shooting Min in the foot several times, and Ryshek has now rotated into the northern alley bottom, and he's just trying to keep everything, just keep Clutch on their toes, I think, more than anything. Mutza's just holding this southern area and just watching the 6. Red Wings most likely will do the pushing. 2-on-2 situation, and this is the best in terms of the numerical numbers, I guess, and the numerics that JaV have done so far tonight. And Red Wings not anticipating that Money would push. A 2-on-1 situation now, and Mutza is in the bomb room. Oh, sorry, is not in the bomb room. He's in the central area. Most likely is going to get flanked, but they only have 45 seconds to hold out Clutch, so that most likely they won't risk overextending like they did in overtime last match against LG. That backfired on them completely, and as a result, LG won that overtime 4-2. Mutza looks like he's going to rotate around to this northern side and try push northern top, as Ryshek and Money will be well equipped to handle his push north in their current positions. So no lines of sight here for the Clutch team, but as I speak, Money comes out and takes out Mutza. So the second round of the match going to Clutch Gaming, and Money and Ryshek on 0 deaths each. Money again being very, very aggressive. Money likes to play that south side quite aggressively, and it might be wise to try and see whether or not JaV are going to do anything to combat that, but it's early days in the match, and I don't think JaV would have picked that up too quickly so far, as we again see a few nades coming out. Money again has pushed into this southern crane area. He is a little bit exposed, but the smoke from Mutza, the opponent, has actually helped him quite significantly. It's Red Wings getting that trying to take out one of the Clutch guys, but it's a 4-on-5 situation as Deviant has no effect on the scoreboard. 3-on-5 situation as the rest of the team are dropping like flies. Mutza on the southern side with his mate in Snake, but it's not going to last too long, as a lot of the Clutch guys are rotating around. There are now 3 Clutch guys on the south side, and Mutza's Snake is going to struggle on that southern side by himself. Mutza's rotated around north, but I don't think his existence will be for too much longer, at least in this round, as Min knows exactly where he is, and Ryshek should be able to cover him from that position as well. Mutza being taken out by Min, and now it's a 1-on-5 situation. I think we'll see a lot of these rounds where it's just 1-on-5 tonight, because I think Clutch are just too well versed especially at this map. I don't think it was a very wise choice to challenge Clutch with this map, given that they had just played one of their matches against on this team. On this map. So 5-on-1 situation, and I think it's now all over for Snake, who is a more defensive player, and Ryshek takes him out pretty easily. So at this point in time, JaV really struggling to try and get any picks or any frags. I think they're playing a little bit too aggressive. I think they need to just slow it down a little bit, see what Clutch are doing, and try and work out some patterns to try and get around that. At the moment, I think that what they're just trying to do is just rush in like they saw against... they've obviously watched the cast between LG and Clutch and try to replicate some of those strategies. Unfortunately, you need to be informed about where the enemies are, otherwise the the rushes aren't going to be too much use. Snake is in this central area here, watching, and Mutz is on this southern side. He's very, very exposed at this point in time. A lot of nades and smokes coming out, and I think this is a better move from JaV. They've just decided to just try and slow it down a little bit. As you can see at the corner of your screen, in Viz, in a bit of a firing line to Crowbar if Crowbar can get around to this southern side. Crowbar's just try to ignore that and concentrate on the spawn area in which Min is sitting. Min gets taken down by Crowbar, but Inviz on the southern side takes out his teammate in Mutza. Crowbar is lucky to stay alive for that long, and now it's a 2-on-4 situation. Both of the JaV guys are north, and they're going to try and quickly push this through. Deviant is way behind and out of position, and as a result, Red Wings gets taken out with not a lot of, I guess, resistance. Crazy trying to pick Deviant out, and now Deviant's position is not on the map. This is going to be really bad. A 1-on-3 situation, and you can see Inviz just rotating around. Oh, Inviz gets taken out by Deviant. He is a good shot, Deviant, so it was interesting to see how well he recovered from that. And it almost takes out Crazy as well in quick succession, but he's rotated around to make sure that the Clutch guys don't really know where he is. The problem is that Crazy has pretty good sound, and Deviant has been wallbanged, and he's also flashed himself. 2-on-1 situation, and I think this is all over. Crazy and Ryshek, the two guys left, and Crazy taking Deviant out with 27 seconds left. So, as we predicted, a pretty stock standard match for Clutch at this point in time. They're not being troubled by any of the personnel on the JaV side. I think what they need to do is they need to try and just slow it down. Like I said last round, they need to slow it down, try and get a few picks maybe, work together, and don't just rush one side and not rush the other side. Push together, maybe get some teamwork happening from the central and northern side, or the central and southern side, and work together. But at this point in time, a lot of wallbangs are happening, and Crazy and Ryshek, I don't know whether or not that was from a nade or from bullets, but at this point in time, they're down to about 30% health. Money's on this southern side and almost takes out Mutza in a very good pick. In the end, he does take out Mutza fairly quickly. A 3-on-4 situation as Money gets taken out from the southern side. Snake is around this area, northern area, I should say, and they're not doing too well at this point in time. Snake, again, the last guy, I think situationally aware of his position, but not necessarily his team's position, and that's why he's getting caught out last, because all of his teammates are pushing in and he's not reacting to the activity that's happening around him. So I'll be interested to see how Clutch are going to play this one. Looks like there's no flanks happening at the moment. As you can see, all the Clutch guys are pretty well structured in their positions. Ryshek, the closest one to Snake, and I don't think it's going to be too much longer for Snake, as he's going to be lucky to survive. He's just checking his 6 at the moment, and this is what I warned about earlier in the cast, that Snake probably doesn't entirely know the map to start off with, but also how his team plays. He's only just come from AA2 only very recently, and he takes out Ryshek in a surprising move. Ryshek has been idle for a few weeks, so Snake's doing a good job there to take Ryshek out. Probably the most dangerous man in Australia when he is on his game, Ryshek is. So a 1-on-3 situation. Inviz just waiting for Snake to try and peek, but Snake has got 30 seconds left on the clock to make some kind of effort here, and I think before that happens, he's going to get taken out by Min, who has watched that spawn area very closely. Snake is rotating. He's going to bleed out. I don't think he has remembered to patch himself, but Min, in the end, making short work of I guess a pretty standard round for Clutch. So I think it was a bit of an ambitious move to challenge Clutch, as I alluded to earlier in the cast, but JaV, I think, are doing well. They're a very new team, just trying to start up and trying to get some of their guys on par with some of the best. So I think their initiative is correct, and their intent is correct in trying to verse the best teams out there in AA at this point in time. Crowbar has pushed into this northern area and almost nades himself. Red Wings is also going to try and push this central area, and he's got a mate in him. Maybe this is going to make a difference here. But Snake is in this, again, northern alley, northern building, not making too much of a difference at this point in time. Crowbars has pushed down into this northern area and could take out Min, but Min is ready for that, and Crowbar gets taken out. Mutz has pushed into this central area. He's going to try and jump off and take out Money. Money is just too good for him, though, and Red Wings is left on the northern side with Snake trying to take out 5 of the Clutch guys. Money is going to try and survive this, and probably will do well, but Ryshek takes him out, takes Red Wings out, I should say, and brings another round to an end. So, as you can see, Crazy, Ryshek, and Invis, and Money, I guess, and to an extent, Min, all have really hit the scoreboard pretty hard in terms of their kill to death ratio. I think JaV, I don't know if you're in this position, what to do. They've split their 4 and 1. Again, they're going to go try and favour that northern and central side. They might try a central push on this central area, I should say. And that's exactly what happened. Invis caught off guard as the JaV team stormed this central area. Red Wings taking out Min, and now they have complete or partial control of the bomb room. Ryshek in that little corner here. 3-on-1 situation. Ryshek is on 5% health. Red Wings, Matza, and also Crowbar, a few of the last guys left. But they need to rotate in position pretty quickly, otherwise Ryshek will take them out. And that's exactly what he does. Should take out Crowbar here, doesn't. And now there's 2 of the JaV guys in the bomb room, and Matza in the end taking out Ryshek. And finally, JaV are on the board with a win on Assault. So what they did there was they changed it up quite well, and they caught Clutch on the back foot, pushing 3 central guys into the bomb room straight away with no smoke and no indication that they would ever go that way. So it'll be interesting to see what they do this round, because they can't do rushes for the rest of the rounds, which only is 3 left. So they're gone and favouring this northern side again. Smoke's coming out, and I think Clutch are going to try and push this southern side. Already 2 guys down for the JaV side, and it's now a 3-on-3 situation. Deviant taking out Ryshek, as I think Clutch have overextended slightly. Now the JaV guys are trying to just push into position here, as Crowbar gets taken out by Crazy. Money, the last guy left, and Red Wings on very low health, but should be able to... oh wow. As Money, beautiful shot there, and in the end, Money too good for both of the JaV guys. A 2-on-1 situation, and Money surviving very well without even a hit. So as we take a look at the scoreboard, Snake, again, the guy who's the anchor at this point in time for the JaV side. I think JaV will be looking to try and rectify that in the next few matches, as a lot of the AA2 JaV side have come back to play AA4 and have been fairly active at this stage. So it looks like they will hopefully provide, or just practice a bit more, and hopefully get their strategies working. As Money gets taken out straight away, and Crazy gets taken out after an overextension. 5-on-2 situation as the as Clutch, I think, have overextended just slightly at this point in time. Red Wings getting taken out, and it's now a 3-on-2 situation. Clutch getting 3 kills in the space of a few seconds. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation, but Clutch are a little bit out of position at this point in time, and Snake is going to be pushing this southern side, and Invis taking out Snake, and Mutza taking himself out in the end, which leads to a 1-8 scoreline in favour of Clutch at this point in time. Money telling the server that he's just did a 6er, which of course alludes to the fact that Sixer overextended against the LG side for first place a few nights ago, and as a result, Clutch played dearly for that. So, Money a bit of a troll there on his teammate. As looks like, again, that some of these wallbangs are just going to be really, really lethal. Snake has rotated to this central side after having no effect on the northern side, and Red Wings is going to try and push through to the northern area. And he doesn't do too well in the end. Crowbar has pushed on this southern side, and he might just get a pick on Min here, as Min is lucky to survive. Very lucky. I don't know how Crowbar missed that. A 4-on-4 situation, and a lot of the guys, Snake is starting to warm up to the type of game that he should be playing, trying to take out Min, and not doing so very effectively. Crowbar on the end, on the southern side, taking out Ryshek. A 3-on-3 situation. They just have to work together, JaV do, and if they can do that, they'll be pretty easy. They'll make this. Oh, sorry, they'll easily be able to take out Clutch, hopefully. But Crowbar missing a few shots there. 3-on-3 situation. Nothing's really changed at this point in time. Crowbar is kind of cornered in this southern area, and I wouldn't be surprised if a few nades came in through that door. Snake takes out Invis, and he's starting to have a bit more effect in this central area. He started off central area and then pushed to north, so he's obviously being a bit more active, and I think that's probably the role that he will need to play tonight. 2-on-2 situation as Min takes out Snake, and Min also takes out Crowbar, and now it's a 1-on-2 situation, and Mata is almost dead here. He's bleeding out, 3% left, manages to patch in time, but he gets taken out in the end by Min. So it is half time at this point in time, and Clutch are only 2 rounds away from winning this match at this point in time. JaV, I don't think this is I think this is an assault-sided map, so the fact that JaV started on assault and are 1 round on the board doesn't bode too well for them at this point in time. But maybe they'll have a bit more luck on defense as we have a look at how these Clutch guys are lining up. Looks like they're going to try and push north and central. They're all going to push north. They're going to go straight through and push north. You can see almost an absolute straight line here, and if they're not careful, they're going to have a bit of trouble. Money is pushing straight in, and he's going to try and take out Red Wings, and does so very, very successfully. Money again taking out Deviant, and now it's a 1-on-4 situation. The bomb has been taken, and Mata is out of position at this point in time. Takes out one of them, and Crazy taking out Mata as Mata try to pre-fire Crazy. So 1 more round until the map is complete, or the match is complete, I should say. For Clutch, all Clutch need to do is win this last, or one of these last rounds on assault. And similar to last time, I predict that they will be trying something very, very similar. Maybe a bit of a rush, or depending on how these guys go. They look like they're just filing out here, and it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they pick it up, JaV pick it up, or whether or not they don't pick that up, and as a result, don't take advantage of the position of Clutch. Invis first in line at this point, and he's just pushing through into this bomb, or this adjacent room. All the JaV team are set up on this southern side, except for Red Wings, who's just waiting for the guys to come through. Nades are coming out, and Red Wings should be able to hear them actually, so Min taking out Red Wings, and Ryshek will be soon taking out, or getting taken out, and Snake taking out 3, so now a 1-on-3 situation, which quickly becomes a 0-on-3 situation as JaV hit the scoreboard in the second half. So I alluded to Snake in previous to this, and he's actually done fairly well to come back from, I think it was 0-4, and now he's 5-11. So he's done fairly well. He made a few positional changes. Instead of going north, I think he would have asked his teammate to swap around and go into central. And because of that, he has done well to get a few kills. The rest of the guys, Clutch guys, are pushed into this central area, and I think they are in a bit of trouble here, outnumbered and also surrounded by teammates, enemies I should say. Crazy, the last guy left 7%, and he's going to do well to survive here actually. And Webwings in the end takes him out. So Crowbar, one of the new recruits for JaV, has done sufficiently well, holding his own at 11-10. Of course, I say this time and time again, but it's not just all about the kill to death ratio, but he's done really well against a side that deserves to be up near the top of the table in Clutch Gaming. So the rest of his teammates have some work to do, whether or not they will need to change up their strategies. We'll see as Money takes out Deviant in a pretty quick start. They're going to try and breach this bomb room again, and it's wide open here. Clutch and Money, it has got a position on both of the JaV players down in the spawn area as Rashik jumping down to take out Crowbar. Now it's a 1-on-4 situation, and Red Wings is the last guy left out of position, and he's going to get taken out by Crazy in the end. So it is a quick game here as Clutch Gaming defend their second spot on the ladder to an ambitious attempt from JaV, who are in 7th position at this point in time. So after 14 rounds, it is Clutch Gaming of Australia 11, JaV 3.